Mm. Hey everyone, you guys are listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network. We are the #1 internet singles talk network, and we want to thank you so much for joining us here tonight. You are listening to The Chick's Passion, and I am Cece Shatz, the doyenne of relationship building, and I have one of my really good friends with me.
And I'm Kathy, and I'm having trouble with my chair down here. That's why I'm moving.
Just as we're about to go live, she started getting up, bouncing around, and was like, "Oh no!" But yeah, it's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Listen, well, let's do some homework before we start out. Of course, you guys know that you are on the GoingSoloMedia.com. This is the Going Solo Network. And we're really all focused on singles. So that's what it's all about. We really try to connect each other and to one another, try to make our lives a little bit happier, a little bit smoother. You guys can reach us on goingsolonetwork@gmail.com. Just send us a message. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. And if you come on the show and you want to join us in conversation, we would love to have you. So let's get on with our topic. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. It's dating trend terms. And oh my, there's so many out there. So this is going to be fun. So you want to start or what?
I'm looking at 3 different screens here on all of these different types of terms. So do you have one right in front of you right now?
Well, what I did is I put them in a Word document and I printed it off. I thought I'd make it a little bit easier for myself. But I also want to kind of keep track of them. But I thought they're really fun. So let's go with, you want to just start with some of them? And this one's funny. How about kitten fishing? How about that? Has anybody ever heard of that one? Kitten fishing? Kitten fishing is like cat. It's like cat fishing, but light, it says. While you're not pretending to be the other person, you're still misrepresenting yourself in a significant way. This also extends to the lifestyle you portray on your dating profile. So often I think this does happen. Like you'll get someone that says, oh, I'm outgoing. I like to do this. I like to do that. And then when you start having a relationship with them, really what they want to do is sit on the sofa and watch TV.
Yeah.
So that's kitten fishing.
That's something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one to remember. Kitten fish, but that doesn't sound like
kitten fishing.
What do they call it? Why do they call it kitten fishing? How do they come up with that?
I have no idea. I never heard of it before. So some of these I've never heard of. I'll let you do one. I'll do one. We'll just keep going back and forth.
Sitting on the couch and they're petting their kitten or something.
And I don't understand this. So well, a cat fishing is when you're really somebody else. You're portraying that you're somebody else. So I guess maybe they made it like a light way, like you're really who you are. You're really a real person, but you're just not portraying exactly who you are, right?
Yeah. So everybody knows what ghosting is.
Mm-hmm.
So how about breadcrumbing? Does anybody know what breadcrumbing is?
Breadcrumbing. Nope. What's breadcrumbing?
Okay, I'm going to read it. Okay. Breadcrumbing, the coward's way of what is already a coward's way out. Unlike a ghoster who will, I'm reading this from a distance. So, unlike a ghoster who will cease all communications completely, a breadcrumber will send flirtatious but non-committing texts like, "Hey, what's up?" That's all they say. "Hey, what's up, boo?" Without making any effort to meet up. I've had that happen to me so many times.
Yeah, they just do it through text, right? They don't call you.
Yeah, they say, "Hey, what's up?" And they say, "Well, what do you want?"
Yeah, they just give you a little bit. It's like little breadcrumbs. They just give you a little bit to keep
you hanging there to see if you're going to cuss them out or say, "Don't contact me anymore," or what. But anyways, let's say, "Hey, what's up?" And not make, okay. It could go on for months, even years. For the breadcrumber, it's an easy way to keep the door open in case they decide they want to pursue something down the line, or to make you so desperate you agree to a booty call.
What? No. Come on. Okay, we got a comment. Let's see what they say. What's up? Mark says, hey, what's up?
Hey,
What's up,
Mark, how are you?
Hi. Oh, I've got the lady in the house here, and she's getting upset. So, Mark, we're going over. Hello, scammers do that. Yep, exactly. Scammers do that because they never really want to meet in person. They just want to keep you on the hook. They want you to think that you are going to have something with them. Okay, so I've got one here. It's called dial toning. Never mind even getting to the point where someone can ghost you. Dial toning is when you give someone your number, they reach out, and you never reply. According to one of the dating sites out there, 60% of singles have experienced this. I can't work out if it's better or worse than being ghosted.
I've experienced
it. Have you done that?
No, I've experienced it. Maybe I have done it. Maybe it's payback.
Well, when they give you, let's see, that's when they dial toning is when someone gives you a number. I've had that happen where someone has given me their number. Hey, Stanley. Hey, I went to high school with Stanley. Hey, nice to see you.
It says Staley.
Staley. It does say Staley, but I thought your name was Stanley. But let's see, maybe he's trying to do it the sexy way. But Johnny says exactly. But I've done that, and you know what's happened? This is what happened to me. Is a guy gave me his phone number, and then life just happens, and a lot of crap. I'm always doing a lot of stuff, and there's things going on in my life. And then I wasn't able to get back in touch with him. Then I'm embarrassed because so much time has gone by.
Oh yeah. I've done that too.
And I didn't call him, and then I'm thinking like, what do I do? What do I do? So that's probably like dial toning right there. It's like you don't, or have you ever called them and then they don't know who you are? So it's like, you gave me your number. Okay, what's the next one?
The next one would be, how about orbiting?
Oh, look.
Do you
know what? It's Leroy, and that's his last name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. We went to high school together. Whatever.
Thank you, Leroy.
It's been so long ago. Mark says Kathy ghosted me, and it's hurtful. Did you, Kathy?
What are you saying? I never ghosted
you. Trish is out. Come on, Kathy. Okay, what's the next one?
Okay, orbiting. Orbiting this is a new terrible trend in dating. Okay. In orbiting, a person will ghost you, but continue to stalk your social media. You wouldn't know this is happening with Facebook or Twitter, but Instagram stories and Snapchat tell you which users have watched your content. If your ghoster appears, that means that you are being orbited. This too can lead to psychological anguish for the victim as they wonder if it means the ghoster is regretting their decision to abandon you or simply keeping themselves in your orbit so that you don't forget about them completely, in the off chance that they feel like hooking up again. Of course, you will never know. I gotta scroll down a bit. You will never know which one it is because they don't give you the courtesy to just tell you how they feel. The alternative term for this breakdown of basic courtesy is called haunting. Orbiting and haunting.
So they're just about the same. Orbiting and haunting is about the same.
Yeah, they're just kind of there. Yeah, just kind of there in the background of your social media sites, but they don't say anything to you.
Yeah. So here's the thing: if you've had someone in your life and they are not in your life anymore, the best thing to do is just cut it. Cut them out so they can't come in and I mean, they might still be able to see you, but they're not like your friends, so they can't really see everything. Or you could block them, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's like sometimes I think when we break up with someone, right, we still have this feeling towards them. And so it's still hard to cut those strings. It's really hard to do that. So I think that orbiting, they kind of go around and still.
Yeah, maybe they just need that part for closure, to see that you've moved on and there's no coming back. And so, that's what hopefully that they would be doing after they see that you've moved on. I don't know, but maybe they just want to keep tabs on you because they like you, and they just want to, I don't know what they want.
I have done that in the past. I have actually, guys that I was very, very close to that, I really thought I had a long-term relationship with, but it didn't work out. I have checked on their Facebook accounts and just to see how they're doing. And it's only really to wish them well, not to haunt them or do anything like that. Just to say, oh, yeah, they're doing really good. And I'm happy for them. One's married and moved on. And the last one I dated, he's now in a relationship. So I wish them the best, like not any ill will for I'm not.
But after a while, somebody has to speak up and say, hey, how you doing? I see you on Facebook a lot, it'd be nice to just kind of say, I know you're there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too, is if they really are having feelings for you and they haven't let it go yet, and they're kind of coming back again,
unless
they need to gut it up and just say, listen, I screwed up or whatever it is. And he's saying curiosity. No, it's cut the string. Let's see.
Somebody could get spooked by it, and just say, they got to comment, eventually if it's like that for sure.
Yeah. But if they really want a relationship with you, they just need to gut it up and say it. And then who knows what the outcome will be, because maybe you feel the same way. You never know.
Yeah.
Yellow carding. Sometimes it seems like bad dates are a dime a dozen when using dating apps, but have you ever actually called someone out for their bad behavior? This is called yellow carding. About 27% of singles have been brave enough to confront a date on their bad behavior. Have you ever done that? Called out somebody on their bad behavior?
I have, at least one time that I can actually remember, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's no reason to be having to put up with any kind of abuse, so to put up with anybody's bad behavior. So that's called yellow carding. So if you guys get called out, that's your yellow card. Okay, next one.
The next one is benching. Similar to breadcrumbing, benching involves stringing someone along just enough to keep you around as an option. That way, the way that breadcrumbing is different from benching is that the former is crueler because the victim doesn't know if you're just being a little flaky or if you're just not that interested. With benching, it's more clear that the bencher is pursuing other avenues and just putting you on the bench in case of their main players gets called off the field. And for some actually positive relationship advice, don't miss. Okay. It's telling you to go to another website. The 20 best.
Yeah, I have that one too on my list.
Okay, so anyways, so I don't see too much of a difference between benching and breadcrumbing. They're holding on the side. So.
Well, it says here, on this one here, it says, when someone gets benched, they're on the team but sitting on the sidelines. They're waiting to hope that the coach calls them into play at some point. In the dating world, benching gets strung along by someone you're dating. They gradually reduce their contact with you. So
reduce contact. Okay.
Yeah. The difference between breadcrumbing and benching is breadcrumbing. You don't really have contact. They're just sending you little texts, little thing. How you doing? Good morning. How many times have you had that happen where you met someone, you've talked to them maybe on the phone, but you haven't actually met in person. And then you get, good morning, good morning, good morning. But they never, good night, but they never want to meet you, right? That's breadcrumbing. They keep you in the game, but they haven't really gone anywhere. Benching is where you have actually had a relationship, or you met, and now they're just putting you on the side because they're, maybe they're just not really that interested, or something's happening in their life, and so you've just been put on the bench, and you just slowly.
Yeah, and as long as you put up with it and you just sit there and let it happen, you're always going to be that person that they're going to have on the side, as long as they're out there still looking and fishing. And they're like, okay, well, if I don't have a date for next Friday, maybe I can get this person who I've been breadcrumbing or benching.
Right, absolutely. Okay, the next one is cookie jarring. Happens when an individual pursues a relationship to have a backup plan and or a security blanket with no real intention of long-term relationships. So this is called cookie jarring. So when you're pursuing a relationship, but you have a backup plan, so you're really not that into person, but you decide that you want to just kind of go out with them anyhow. You know what I mean? You're maybe they're good looking or whatever, and you just kind of hang around, but there's not going to be any long-term relationship.
Okay.
You're just putting your hand in the cookie jar is what you're doing. Boys, you guys know that one, don't you? What are they saying here? Okay, let's go to the comments because they're gearing up here. Whatever happened to being honest and sincere? Absolutely. All these terms are making me feel a lot older than I feel.
Now I'm with you, Mark.
I know, and we read them. Look at this, all this research that we did.
Yeah, look what's been happening when we didn't even know what this was going on. We're in this world of dating.
We're talking to each other on here. You guys are so funny. Look at this. But yeah, I mean, it's like they come out with these new terms all the time. But you know what? It doesn't hurt to know what they are. And so we're in the groove.
Now we're familiar. If anybody has experienced any of this and they know what it is, and let us know.
Yeah. And don't do these.
And don't do the bad ones. So far we've talked just about the bad ones. I don't know if there's any good ones in there, but anyway, here's one called cushioning.
Cushioning. Yeah, I have that one too. Okay.
You meet someone you really like, but they are already in a relationship. The way they flirt with you via text makes it seem like they are interested, but they make no indication that they're planning on leaving their current partner. This is cushioning, aka the act of keeping the seat warm in case they want to use it somewhere down the line.
That's lousy.
That is a bad person, and the person who's falling for it, and letting them do it, needs to smarten up.
Yeah, definitely, because that's a no-go situation, no-go relationship at all. Yeah, that's only going to hurt both parties, and then it's going to hurt the other. So I guess you want to define cheating, right? And so when you think about cheating, what is cheating? Just having sexual intercourse with someone? No, cheating is right down to the thought of, wanting to have some sort of,
it's flirtation, flirting
type of relationship. When you start building a relationship with somebody else, you're cheating, right? We're not talking about, yes, here. Mark says, yes, big time. Johnny says teasing, but I think that's more than teasing. I think that's dishonest.
If you're offending your partner in any way with another person, you're cheating. It may be different degrees of cheating, but you're cheating.
Right. When you're taking that space within your mind, your heart, you're taking that space up on somebody else. Yeah, you're being dishonest to your partner. And you're cheating. You're flat out cheating. All right, so let's go to flea bagging. And I think maybe that would be the same, right? I think you'd be like, oh, no, okay, let's see what the flea bagging is.
I would call that flea bagging.
I actually kind of thought it was funny, some of these terms. I thought, my gosh, where did they come up with this? But flea bagging is a new dating trend where 100% guilty of, where we're 100% guilty of. It's basically when you repeatedly date people who are wrong for you, like Fleabag did in the movie. I guess it was a movie. According to another dating site, fleabagging is more common with women, with 63% admitting compared to just 38% of men. Guys, let's try to do better this year. What? You don't want to be doing better. Fleabagging is more common. See, we just took this out of the research. But here's the deal. You know, fleabagging, if you are going out with somebody that you know is not the right person for you, you're wasting your time and space, right? You're wasting, you know, if you're going out with that person because that makes you feel better, because that person might be beneath you, or, you know, you're not going to have a relationship with them or whatever, all you're doing is just spinning your wheels, right?
Yeah.
You know? These guys are
being
funny.
honest with yourself.
Yeah, it's like, it's just not it's just, and I think that we really have to look at ourselves, right? We have to look from within, and when we're in a relationship that we know that is not good for us, we need to get out of it. And that's certainly what's important.
Jack, I like that time. Somebody was just telling me about a relationship that they were in. I don't know why this guy felt compelled to tell me. It was the guy that was installing my gutters, and he came to do some. It was the second guy that they brought the next day to fix some things on the installation. And the guy says, "Can I ask you a question?" And he starts talking about his relationship with this woman, and it was so funny. I said, you know, I love giving advice about this stuff, and he you know, this woman was mistreating him, and I said, you know, the song always comes up to my head, you know, the way she was doing him. I said, you know, you got to do what the song says. Slip out the back, Jack. Make him your stand.
Absolutely. You know, I think Johnny hit it right on the head. It's a temporary companion. So sometimes when we date beneath us, it's just a temporary thing, and it's just like a fill-in. He said, stop using, sorry. These guys are funny. You got to come up with your own ones. Okay, so is it your next, I think?
Okay. Yeah, stashing. You're dating someone and you feel like it's going well, but you notice that they don't feature you in any of their social media, or detag themselves from your posts you put up. This is the modern version. I'm reading from afar, so this is the modern version of getting weird. When you ask to meet. This modern version of getting weird when you ask to meet your partner's parents. The person you're with is into you, but they aren't sure that they want to close the door on the other possibilities, and therefore stash you as one with a basket of dirty laundry in the closet.
What? Okay, so here's
my eyes.
You have a progression in relationship building, right? And all that you're hearing tonight is about relationship building, and where there's these starts and stops. And there was a good show on today. If you guys want to go and listen to it, it's with Christine and Frank, and they did a wonderful show about starts and stops in false starts in dating. And it was a beautiful show. It's on the Perfect Catch, and you'll find it on our YouTube or our Facebook channel. But you know, this is all about relationship building. And what happens is there's these starts and stops and in between things that go on. And as a progression of dating, if it's not progressing into where he's calling you and all he's doing is texting you all the time. Say the last one over. Okay, we'll talk about that. But that all he's doing is texting you. He's not really building a relationship. And I say he only because it could be the woman with the guy, so it could be either way. I'm just a woman. I tend to go he. But it's just about relationship building. And when you keep constantly getting the stops all the time, that's a flag for you that there's something going on. Either you're not ready or they're not ready. And so there's situation. When we're talking about this last one is, what was the name of it? Staffing?
Yeah, stashing.
Oh, stashing. So what that one basically was, Johnny, is when they don't want, there's anybody in their social media to know about you yet. They don't want to introduce you to their parents. They don't want to introduce you to their friends. They're just kind of keeping you on the back burner. Because they're just not quite sure yet whether they want to bring you out. That's a progression of building a relationship. And if they're not wanting to do that, that the old saying, if you can't take the girl to meet your parents, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So if there's the reason they don't, so number one, you want to find out what the reason is why they don't want to show you. They should be willing, wanting, and happy to
Yeah.
display you. Yeah.
If there's any kind of question in their mind about you that, or about the other person that, it's like, oh, I don't know if my mom's going to like this about her, So they don't want to hear the flack from their relatives, So, yeah, that could be a reason. So they're just, it's not always about, that they don't, that they just don't want. Maybe it's because they want to save your feelings. You know what I mean?
Well, then they have to be upfront with you about it. I mean, I think the reason this term came about is because they weren't upfront. If they said, "Listen, I don't want to put you on my social media because of ABC," and you say, "Okay, I understand that,"
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I totally get that. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit reserved about it because I do more in the public eye. And so, I don't want to expose every guy that I happen to just go out with until, there's a relationship there. And so the thing is you have to be on the same page. And if you're not, then it's not, it's not going to work out. So Johnny says here, and I think he was right on this one, then say goodbye, cut your losses because it's not right. Mark says, I put Johnny on the Facebook page as a friend. I think you guys are getting to have a really good relationship. You're in the friend zone and you cannot get out. Oh, you guys, I love you so. I really do. Okay. So let's see. What's the next one? I think that was really a good one, Kathy. That was really a good one. Let's see. How about white clawing? White clawing, white clawing.
Okay.
White clawing. The popular hard seltzer drink has made its own dating trend. White clawing is when you date someone who was painfully attractive, but little else to them. Their looks are there, but the spark isn't. If you're staying with them, you're white clawing them. A popular dating site found that 27% of people have stuck with people that they have found basic or boring because they thought they were attractive.
Oh, they're staying together because they fit in their level of attractiveness.
Yeah, so they go. This is like arm candy, right? We've heard of arm candy for years, and so that's kind of like what it is. They're attractive, so they're not going to go else with them. They just want them to show off on their social media, I guess.
Yeah, that's their only reason, I suppose. That's how.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you would have that. Okay, Mark says he loves me. You better say that. I thought you were into Johnny there for a minute.
She's getting jealous, let me tell you.
I know, we're all going to get jealous. So. Okay, what's the next one, Kathy?
Ready?
Yeah.
Cuffing season, like cuffing. Okay. So extremely insulting and mildly sexist is it is almost always used by men to refer to women. Mildly sexist term used for the period between early fall and late winter when people are more likely to date someone regularly just to have a warm body nearby. Because God knows that being in an intimate relationship with regular sexual activity is akin to being chained to the ground. Someone let Prometheus know he got off easy. What's that got to do with cuff?
So is this like a bear hibernation? In
That's what it sounds like.
Is how it is like. So people up north, it's going to get winter, so they want to hunker down with someone.
They have to have a body to keep them warm during the winter.
Keep them warm.
In the summer, they're like, "No, I'm out there, baby. I'm going to go fishing."
Well, you know what? I have heard of people saying they want a boyfriend for Cova, right? Because they're going to be stuck in the house. They want to get a boyfriend for Cova. Somebody told me that they knew of someone that had a boyfriend that they started. Maybe it was you. They had a friend or somebody started dating Cova. So they were, yeah. So that's the same thing. So that's what it is. They just want to.
Yeah. It'd actually be really nice to do that.
I don't want to be alone. I'm kind of thinking life. I don't want to, be alone for life, but they're just thinking the winter.
And winter's coming. I just said that tonight.
That's right. That's called a seasonal boyfriend. I want a seasonal partner.
Who's going to be my boyfriend for this season? The winter. I gotta find the winter guy. No, first I need to find the fall guy.
That's right. Okay, so you know what? We're already in September. So now we better hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in the wrong state for that. I guess we just don't do that. So let's see what the guys are saying, because this is pretty fun here. So Johnny was saying, Johnny was saying, wait a minute, I hit the wrong button. He said, don't need someone who has beauty skin deep. That's right. Oh, he was saying that's why it's such a high divorce rate. You're right. There is a high divorce rate. So, and then Mark says oh, wait a minute, I'm hitting the wrong button. So insecurity complex for sure. Mark is saying, I'm here, ladies. And he lives up north, so you guys, just want the man to be. You guys are so funny. I'd rather chew my arm off than sleep with someone for the sake of hibernating. Oh my gosh. But you got a fireplace, don't you, Mark, in your place? Oh, you got a fireplace. Just everybody go buy a fireplace. What?
I get that animal.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, now I got to find one. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I thought this was interesting. Mermaiding. Anybody heard of a mermaiding? I thought that was different. This one, casually moving on to these two very real dating trends. Rebel briefly mentions mermaiding, which immediately causes a double take. It's like when a girl goes out with a guy to a boardwalk and then she gets really bored with the date. So she just goes into the ocean and you never see her again. That's where she slips out the back door. Yeah. Mermaiding. Have you slipped out the back door?
Yeah, I have.
You're a mermaid.
Get me out of here now.
So where did you just go? Oh, not north. Oh, he said South Carolina is not north. It's north, sweetheart. It gets cold there. That's north. We're in Florida, so that's what it is. Let's see. Oh, he's got a double-sided. Ooh, double-sided. Ladies, he's got a double-sided fireplace. And Johnny's got a fireplace too. So we're finding out all this stuff.
We should have a party over there, Mark. Let's invite some of your friends.
That's right, Mark. Where's the party? Oh, and Johnny says he's got a spear gun. He's got a spear gun. What does that mean exactly? Is that a new term that we haven't found out? Okay, so mermaiding. I think that I know that you didn't, and I don't want to say anything bad about you because I love you, Kathy, but that was not a nice thing to do.
That was in my early years before I knew better. That it really wasn't nice.
Yeah. And I know that I have gone through sometimes where you sat there and you're thinking, what time is it? Oh, what time is it? We gotta go. But yeah, I mean that's an old thing. But again, it's a new term on an old saying. So flipping out the back door. That's that one. Okay, next one.
Next one is called curving. Getting curved is a little easier to bear than a flat out rejection. When someone turns down your advances but doesn't do it in a direct way. A great example is when Drake, whoever Drake is, tried to kiss Rihanna on stage at the 2016 VMAs award, and she literally curved to give him the cheek. Okay. Well, curving is somewhat nicer than a lot of other items on the list. It is still often used as a way of keeping an option open, even if you're not really that interested. Noticing a trend here. Well, I'm not noticing a trend, but yeah, who hasn't done the curve?
Oh, I've done the curve. Yeah. I've even done a forehead. Oh yeah, I have done that. I think Johnny said, yep, he's done that too. Have you turned the cheek? You turned the cheek? Yeah, I think we've all pretty much done that. Yeah. But okay, on her excuse could have been that she didn't want to mess her makeup up, because they spent a lot of time getting themselves all together and the camera and all that, and then he goes and plants one on her and her makeup will be all smeared.
And she didn't want the tabloids come after him about whatever,
But hey, I would have said, just mess up my face. I don't care. Go for it on national television.
Yeah, they probably spent that makeup together.
In other words, they don't give you a direct kiss, they go around to your cheek. Well, on a first date, I don't usually give a direct kiss. Do you?
Not usually.
I don't usually. I mean, once in a blue moon I have, but not usually. Usually it's a cheek, and if I don't like you, it's a hug. It's a little.
I like to give you a hug too, just to see, what the next date is going to be like. It's don't misjudge a woman just because she gives you a hug on the first date.
Yeah, that's true. But if I hug you, you're so if you go out with me and you just get a hug, it's probably not gonna go anywhere. That's funny. Now we're giving away our secrets, so he can't. Oh no, here he goes. What he says about the kiss, he goes, hell no, and he goes, yep, direct plant. Well, you know what? I think the guys should try. I think they should, give a kiss, meaningful, and whether it's on the cheek or whatever. Yeah, it should definitely be.
It would maybe open up the conversation on what's coming next.
Okay, this is a good question right here. Mark is saying, are we talking about with or without tongue? First date, do not do the tongue thing.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, unless she does the tongue thing, don't you do the tongue thing?
Yeah, it just, it all depends on how you feel. You might have chemistry right away.
Right. And I've had that happen, where I have had chemistry right away.
You can do the tongue thing the first date.
Get a hotel room. But yeah, what can I say? Mixed signals. Let's do the mixed signals.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think there's ever any mixed signals. I think that if you firmly put I think if a guy firmly puts himself there, and she'll lead you as to what she wants,
Yes, you're right. She will lead you. She
Yeah.
will tell you, one way or another if it's okay.
Right. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Well, we're at 40 minutes now. So is there any last one that we've got to cover that we really should, or?
Let's see. Fire dooring. Do you want to know?
Yeah, what's that?
This is when one person has all of the power in an exchange. Someone who will text you but fail to respond when you text back. Someone who will never make plans to see you but expect you to drop everything and come over when they happen to have an afternoon free. As the name implies, this is not a two-way street. It is a fire door, and you can get out, but you can't get back in. Once you're out, you're out. Then he's got to find another person to do the fire door with.
Right. So he's just really looking for a booty call. Yeah.
A booty call, it doesn't say that, but it just, somebody, hey, I'm free. Come on over. But, if you call them and you're like, hey, I'm free. Come on over. And then he doesn't even reply. That's not free. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so my last one's going to be cosplaying. The dating term describes when an ex reaches out to you for a cause. And let's see, and when a casual relationship fizzles out, only to have one person later circle back with a favor to ask. In a survey, they found that 61% of singles have had this happen to them. So really what's happening is that the ex wants to kind of get back into your life again. And so they ask for a favor, or there's some reason they're making up an excuse to contact you.
Oh.
And then if you go for it, then maybe there's a possibility of that door being open again. And so that's what it's a cosplaying. They've got this big cause that they're trying to get their foot back in the door. That has happened to me. And probably shouldn't have never done it. And it was just a waste of time and a bunch of heartache. So but yeah. So let's see what they're saying now, because you got to watch these guys. So he's going on and he's saying, Mark says, I'm not a puppy. Johnny is saying, Mark and I have a surprise for you in November.
What's that?
You guys have a surprise for who? Kathy, or for me, or for both of us? I thought you were Italian, that you can't give a secret. Very hard. Okay, November. We can't wait, boys. So.
We'll put them on.
That's right. We're going to put you guys on. Okay, Mark says he has to go. I have to go. Love you, ladies. Have a good night.
Good night.
First word someone. Okay, bye, Mark. Bye. Well, this was a good show, and it's really kind of funny, some of these terms. Some of them are kind of the same. They just got new names to them, kind of bringing new life into them. But I think, any last words that you want to say about dating?
Well, we only touched base on well, I guess we did like at least half of the ones that I could see anyway. And so there's a lot more out there that we don't know yet. So if you want to know more, just research it and you'll find out what all the terms are.
Yeah, definitely. Bye, Mark. Well, here's the thing: is when you're dating, you really got to figure out what your goal is. Truly doing that. Is it just trying to, create some time? Create a. Are you trying to create a relationship? Or are you just trying to just spend some time that you're lonely and you just want to have something to do? And if you're really trying to build a relationship, then build one. Be honest and true. And if you find somebody that you're interested in, go for it. If you're not interested in them, then back it up and just say, listen, I just don't think we're going to make a good couple or whatever,
Yeah.
and just move on. Be true, be honest.
Yeah, you don't need to play those games that they have a name for. Just do it. Just do whatever, whatever it is that you're thinking about. Do it or don't do it, Make yourself happy, the person you're with happy, and end it or keep it going.
Right. And ask yourself, would you date yourself?
Exactly. Very good.
Yeah. And so if you would not want someone to treat you the way you're treating them, don't do it. If you are not ready to date, then give yourself some more time and some more space to be able to do it. And if you truly need companionship, get a puppy. So we'll go from there. All right. Kathy, it's always fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is fun. I hope you guys enjoy the show as much as we do. You guys are listening to the Chicks Passion Show, and I am Cece Shatz.
And I'm Kathy Lamb.
And we're signing off till we do a bi-weekly show, so we won't be here. We'll be on the Boy and Girl thing next week, but we'll see you the week after on the Chicks Passion. You're listening to WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV, and podcasts. We are the #1 internet singles talk network, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.